Like girls for me, man. Really, what I need is
know your role and shut your mouth because the people's champ is ready to talk.
That's pretty much all I need. Compliance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and
yo,
how
just
has that been working out for you?
Huh? How's it been working out?
Very good.
No comment. No comment. All the girls hate me.
Okay.
Because I do that. But you know what? To all those girls that don't like what I say,
It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you think.
but no, I mean, compliance is really the big thing. If I'm gonna, besides the jokes, like just don't give me a headache and listen to what I say, and we'll be good. I think if a woman can understand that she needs to comply with what her man wants, that's 80% of the equation, right there. I think a lot of women are combative and don't want to follow their man, and that's going to lead to issues down the road. And you can't build a foundation on you can't build a house on a fucked up foundation. And the foundation for a woman to be a good girlfriend and her wife or some kind of significant others, she's got to understand compliance and be in her feminine and submit to you as a man. Men lead, women follow.
See, I agree with the fact that like a man leading,
Mhm.
but I will say this: not all men know how to lead.
That is very true.
That's a fair critique.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
It's a fair critique.
Yes,
So
Don't choose those
we'll
men.
just
Yeah.
But
See, it still
Drop
falls on
'em.
you to choose the man at the end of the day.
no, but they exist. So somebody is going to come. Somebody is going to experience
course.
those type of men, and not all men know how to lead. Like a
Agreed.
man is supposed to be a leader, but not all of them know how to lead.
That's very true.
So that's, something to say as well. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about you guys because you're in a different position, but the majority of society, not all men know how to lead. Just because they're a man
That's
does not
true.
mean
Yeah.
that make them a leader.
No, that's absolutely true. That's
Yeah.
a fair critique, and we hold it on both sides because on our daytime podcast, this is what we do with guys. We teach them how to get their money up, get in shape, etc. And the reason why is because as a man, the more you develop yourself and the better you become, it's going to help you get some confidence. And when you get some confidence, you're going to be able to have some authority. So when you deal with women, you're going to come from a place of strength from your accomplishments, which leads to the confidence versus like kind of coming in and being like, well, what do you want to do? And I don't know. And all this other stupid shit. Like
What do you
women
want to eat, babe?
women are repulsed by men that aren't sure in their actions. You know what I'm saying? Even if it isn't the best decision, but if you make it decisively, it's going to be far more attractive than someone that makes the right decision but does it in an unsure fashion. So no, I agree. That's a very fair critique, and I blame. That's this tends to be a kind of an issue with guys in like the United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, anywhere where feminism is very strong, where women say I'm strong, hear me roar, all this other clown world shit. The guys tend to be a little bit more feminine because they're like, oh well, okay, you're strong and independent woman, you run the world, yeah, and they actually believe that nonsense. Which the reality is, women, even though they say, oh, I'm a boss babe and I can be a leader or whatever, that's all cap, bro. Women don't want to be a leader. They want to. Every woman. 90% of them, right? Most of them want a strong, successful man that they can, have lead them in the way. Even the most astute of businesswoman is going to want a leader. So, it's one of those situations where I've come to realize like social constructs such as feminism and women being in leadership positions don't adhere to reality because even though women say on paper, I'm a boss babe or whatever, she still wants a boss male to let her know how to do things.
Yeah, she wants a leader.
Yeah. But I agree with you. That's a very fair gripe
a good
with
leader.
women.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my main point is that this is why women got to understand that if you're with a certain type of guy that is a leader, attractive, etc., you're going to have to share him sexually. A lot of girls don't like hearing that, but think about it. You said it yourself. A lot of guys aren't capable of leading, and you are right. That's a very fair critique, and I agree with you. But with that said, since we know most guys aren't capable of leading and being strong and masculine and attractive, guess what? Stock goes up. This man is rare. He's the prize. So if you deal with this kind of guy and you really think he's going to be monogamous to you, I mean, he's going to fuck other chicks. So you just got to accept that reality.
That's cap.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Disagree?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you, so tell me why you disagree.
There's leader men out there who don't want to put their dick in any hole that's around. Some guys do want that white picket fence with a nice housewife who takes care of the kids. And how are you going to get a respectable or a respectful woman who does that for you, who will also be okay with you fucking other girls? I don't think you can have both.
As a guy?
Yeah, and if you do, then she doesn't really respect herself or you.
I respectfully disagree. I think it's not even about her respecting herself. It's her understanding the reality that men and women are very different. And a man that has means and has power, he's going to exercise those options. Now, is there a guy out there that is 6'2", attractive, has money, and confident, ambitious, that's going to be monogamous to you? Potentially, but that guy's hard to come by, and you probably won't meet him in your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest here. They're going to want to always exercise sexual options. Like,
And then here's
is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No.
Here's the other factor too. Why is he going to choose you over all the other girls? That's the big question. Why you over everybody else?
Because
He just has to love you.
Hmm?
He just has to love you for yourself. You shouldn't have to prove that you're better than anyone. If you do, then and you're
But you
in
already won, though, as
competition
a
with-
woman. You're his main girl. These other chicks are just chicks he's smashing, but you're his main girl. You won.
So are you okay with that girl getting with other men then?
Nope.
Why? What makes you have that ability and her not?
Remember the double standard of you getting into the club for free and no one bats an eye?
I don't know. That doesn't apply to me.
Well, oh yeah, you had to pay because you came
Yeah.
in with a guy. But you get the point. Like all the
Yeah.
other girls here at the table, there's certain benefits that men get that women don't get that women don't get, and this happens to be one of them when it comes to sexuality and being open with it.
Can I put my input really quickly?
Real fast, just to finish. So a
Okay.
girl could do that, what you're saying, but most guys are not going to accept that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like men, just like girls don't want a guy that's a loser, that's not ambitious. Like dudes are not going to accept a girl that's running around fucking other guys while he's taking her seriously. Just most guys are just not going to accept that. And the guys that do, 9 out of 10 times their value's low and they don't have no choice. They have to accept it.
So the only thing I want to say in regards to that is like I feel like there's a line with that. So like for example, I feel like, you know, if you're gonna be with someone and you're gonna have relationship with them and a sexual relationship with them, I feel like there's a line of consent specifically. Like, okay, so I'm consenting to be with you and having sex
would
with
hope.
you and all that stuff.
Or else I'm going to jail.
But because you're not being with other women, so I feel like once you break that, there's like a line of consent that you've broken. So, you know, it's kind of like it sucks. Like it says a lot about you and your
Fair enough.
character.
Fair enough. And that's a very valid critique. I mean, we tell guys all the time, like, if you're going to be open, like, you should tell your girl so she kind of knows what to expect.
Exactly.
But the reason why most guys aren't going to tell them is because kind of you guys are giving me a knee-jerk reaction right now. You have an issue with it. So most guys aren't going to be honest and tell you, hey, by the way, I want to go smash other chicks, because
He might lose
most
you.
girls aren't okay with that.
Yeah.
Like they're going to have a problem with it. And the reason why is because, I mean, I don't want to go into a rant here,
Yeah.
but what I've come to realize is that women from like United States, from Canada, from Australia, New Zealand, etc. Basically, women from the West in general have a little bit of a sense of entitlement, and they think that they deserve the best type of man all to themselves, which is kind of funny and comical because that's just not the way the world works.
Mhm.
Since the beginning of time, you know, the kings, the sultans, the CEOs, etc. They've always had multiple women, but only here, you know, in the West do we tell women, hey, you're equal to men. They got to play by the same set of rules as you, etc. And that's just not the way things go. Powerful men have always had sex with a bunch of different girls, whether their wife or their girl knew it. But my thing is, I just say, that's the reality. Accept it. If you're the main chick, you won. These other girls are just getting dick and nothing else. You're the one getting the house, the ring, and everything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But I agree. Guys should be honest about it.
Yeah.
But
Because, you know, there's a whole factor into it too, like STDs and, you know, all this kind of
understandable.
stuff. And,
But that's why this podcast is popping. The reason why is because this is one of the few platforms where guys tell women to their face the truth. And you guys react kind of like you are right now. Like, oh, fuck, what the hell? Because men can't be honest with women about these types of things, because what's going to happen if I tell you I want to smash other chicks? Well, one of two things is going to happen. Either A, I'm going to lose you, right? And then I got to go out and get other girls. Even if I'm a higher status guy, it's still going to be harder for me to get women. And then number two, if we have a marriage or a family or children, I'm risking losing those kids because of what I want to do. Because when it comes to getting married in the West, like, guys put up a lot on the line. You know what I'm saying? The divorce rates are high. Men lose their money. They lose their wealth. They lose their children. They lose alimony. So
But of
Basically, he's
course,
describing
yeah.
in a nutshell why most guys cheat.
why guys cheat and lie
The
about
guys
it.
that you date, especially here in Miami, they're tall for the most part, maybe successful, and you're probably wondering why is he playing games with me? He's not playing games. He's just saying, like, for example, he's gonna have other options too. And that being said, we have other options. You know, it makes you look kind of like I want to say played, but he's gonna cheat regardless.
Yeah.
But once you know that, okay, would you rather cry in a Rolls Royce or a Toyota Corolla?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Men
choose
are as only faithful as their options, man. We're
Yeah.
just keeping it
True.
real. We talk about the negative side of men and women, and the negative side for men
Of
is
course.
they're going to be as faithful as their options. The negative side of women is most of you guys can't handle the truth, and a lot of women don't operate in reality. A lot of girls live in a Disney fairy tale where I'm sugar and spice and everything nice, and I'm special, and you know, no one can critique me, and you know, no one can tell me I'm fat or I'm annoying or whatever, and I deserve the best man, and he's going to be monogamous to me, and that's just a lie. It's
Hey
not
man,
the way the
course,
world
yeah.
don't
works.
send messenger.
Yeah, you know, we're
We're
just
just
telling